All right. Okay. All right. Good evening, everybody. The time is 4:53 Minnesota time. This is your host, SUBOR Freeman, coming live from the members of Goyah studio. We want to welcome you to the broadcast. Wherever you find yourself, we say happy Monday. And I can't believe that today is the 21st of October. So as you can see, gradually we are moving in deep into the year. Probably 2.5 more months left for in this 2024. This year has been a very tough year. So all tell God thank you for life. We tell God thank you for everything. Once again, we want to say welcome. This is your host, SUBOR Freeman, coming live from the Members of Goyah studio. We first and foremost want to say happy birthdays to those who are celebrating a birthday in this month of October. We pray that God Almighty will bless you with long life, good health, peace of mind. If you are celebrating your birthday and it's fall on your wedding anniversary, we want to say double shout out to you and your special loved one. We pray that God will bless the holy matrimony homes with peace, love, understanding, and happiness. If you are bereaved, we also want to take the time to extend our deeper condolences to you and your family. We pray that God Almighty will comfort you, console you during a difficult time of bereavement. As you can see, we posted a question, the headline that said we said is the 54th legislature better than the 53rd? And so we encourage you to join us. We're looking forward to getting your input and your feedback. Or we wanted to know what you make of the performance so far as it relates to the 53rd and the 54th legislature. Which one you think from your own evaluation based upon the job they have done? Do you really believe that the 54 is better than the 53rd or the 53rd legislature was better than the 54? As you all know, there have been a lot of things going around the past 72, 48 hours. And so we're trying to sift out all of the facts. Because like we say on the show, we do not pretend or we do not come here to promote division or lies or propagate one political party agenda. What we do believe in is digging and getting to the facts. And right now, the stories is all over the place. We do not know what to make of what is unfolding with the 54th legislature. And that is why we said to ourselves today, we're just going to do a poll. What do you make of the performance? Because the reason why when election is here or in our lives, when we make changes, we made these changes because we want improvement. We want to move to the next level in anything, relationship, business, careers, you name it. You're looking to take the next step, not to go backward. And I want to believe that I don't know what to make of what is unfolding. But I can ask each and every one of us, do we feel that we're making progress from a legislative standpoint? Because your legislator, who's supposed to be the driving engine for the growth, for the changes, for the betterment of our lives, 10 months into their existence, or 10 months since they took over the affairs. You know, I remind us that before these people took over, or when they took over, starting with the speaker, the house pro tem, he said a lot of good things. And I, for one, I believe when people can admit that they screw up and now they have the second chance to do good on their promise, I respect that. I believe that we all make mistakes. And when we apologize, we deserved another chance. And so right now, it's a complete mess. It is a complete mess. There are accusations that some people believe that this Mama Biddy 10 for 20, thank you. Some people believe that what is unfolding is made up, that there was no disbursement to anybody. Other people say, yes, indeed, it is true that money was involved, but not that substantial amount. And to all of that, like I said on the show is named after my mom. My mom, being a woman with integrity, may also rest in peace. Never went to school, but she had common sense or value. So based about that, anytime we take or we come to this show, thank you, Betty, thank you. We want to make sure that we represent that values. And so all I can say for me, let me just give you my own feedback or evaluations based upon the performance from the 54th legislature. Number one, the lack of leadership. Because now the 53rd were corrupt, bad off, but not at this early stage. I don't think in the 53rd there were this early on like we're seeing right now. People with oversight responsibility are not performing their duties. And so they talk about accountability. They talk about they are going to make sure that people that serve on the various committees do their job. I've said it, and I'm going to say it on this show. We must disagree, like any other person. I disagree with a lot of things. But one thing that I strongly believe in, until I can be proven wrong, Liberia problem or the government of Liberia problem, let me put it in that way. It is not the executive branch of government. I know, thank you, Mama Bede. The question today, the topic today is, if you read it and you see it, I'm asking the question, what do you make of the 53rd legislature? Is the 53rd legislature better than the 54th? Or is the 54th legislature better than the 53rd? So that is only the speakership of Geoffrey Kofa and the former speaker of what's his name from Maryland County, or what's the man name from my own district over there, or in New County, Mama. What do you make of the performance? 10 months. Are they in the 54th legislature better than the 53rd? Because the 54 were there for 6 years. And we all know how things went. And now into the 54, we expected them to rectify a lot of mistakes, a lot of things that happened. But like I said, it's the politics, we understand. Something you have to tell the voter things that they want to hear. And so President Joseph Boakai seized upon that opportunity based upon the poor performance of the proper agenda, the proper government. But I've always said, and I strongly and firmly believe that the Liberia problem or the government Liberia problem is each and every one of us. I've said it and I will say it again, time in and time out. Was open the problem for Liberia? No. He was part of the problem. And so when I look at the entire country, like we got over 5 million people, or under 5 million. And so if you look at the leadership structure of our country, maybe, take for example, you got 73 men and women within the House. That's the House of Representatives and the lower house. 73 made of men and women. The Senate, you got 30 men and women. So if you add 73, it's 103, if my math is correct. So I just gave you an example. Then if you go to the executive branch of government, if you are all of the ministries, deputy ministers, head of public corporation, autonomous agencies, deputies, we say probably executive probably running around maybe 2 to 3,000, I would say. I'm just guessing, but I want to believe around there. If you go to the judicial branch of government, Supreme Court, and you add that number, what you got? Associate justices, you got judges, criminal code A, B, C, D, you name it. You add all that number up. So approximately, I'm saying maybe all the branches of government, check for the sake of, I'm just guessing. It's an estimate. So if I put the executive, the judiciary, the legislature, I say maybe that number come to 5,000. So are you telling me that 5,000 people, if they are committed to doing the right thing, like I said, nobody can tell me, I'm still waiting, that will raise their hand and say, open fire somebody for doing the right thing? Nobody. And so when you look at this legislature, day 54, they understood that some of them were re-elected, by the way, and I said on the show numerous times, as we're going to getting close to the campaign or getting close to elections, I said if Liberia will be successful on this rescue mission, we need people in our house that truly have the country at heart. Because for me, I believe it will be fair enough. Fair, I said it over and over, fair enough. If we could give the entire country over to the United Party people that we did for CDC, that means control both houses, the Senate and the lower house. And you people saw some of those people track record. They were in offices. You saw the rampant corruption, but yet instead you choose to elect them to serve as your leader. And here we are, we find ourselves again 10 months. The Liberian people are crying. The Liberian people are crying. Things are hard. Can you imagine open, 50-something years old, vibrant, young? Eddie Johnson said it was seasoned vet politicians. She couldn't even curtail or combat corruption because that, and was said admitted she never knew that corruption was a cultural thing in Liberia. And so we got Joseph Boakai, the head. I believe that he really means good for the country. But it can only happen if the rest of the people can get on board. And that's what we're saying. If this country, Liberia, will take the next step, then of course, they'll put people into offices that truly have the country at heart. But be as it may, someone decided to say our votes for little or nothing. We said it on the show. Can $50 sustain you? And which, of course, I believe nobody will give you $50 US. I strongly believe that. I don't think anybody will give you $20 US. Thank you, Mabu. Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate that, brother. And so I told you, even if someone of people can $50 sustain you for 4 to 6 years, $50 US, then you're going to gamble your future, your children, your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren, your children, yet unborn future for $50, which I believe nobody was giving that amount of money. I don't think so. And so sometimes the decision we made, like the famous saying goes, how you make up your bed, it is how you're going to sleep on it. And here we are now, all this holding and pulling. People say, Fonatikofa, and we've been reading some of the allegations. If those are truth, I got a couple of questions. Where I keep saying, and I will tell you the reason why I said open was not the problem, and now I believe that Joseph Boakai mean good, but because of, again, some of those people that are in key position do not mean well for the country. And I hate to say it's the truth. Joseph Boakai can't be all over the place. See that you say open can't be all over the place. You need people to actually do the right thing for Liberia. So, here are some of the things that we're hearing right now. The latest on the whole Capitol building saga. People are saying that the speaker, Chief Kofa, what they call violation of the ethics rules of the House of Representatives, or what they call conflict of interest. According to the story, they said he is the councillor that represents RIA, LEC, Freeport, Meta Steel, or what the other company in Bomi County over there, you name all those companies. And so I say, if it is truth, now we're still searching for facts. But if it is true that indeed Fonatikofa overseeing all those RIA, you name it, he didn't just get those clients before becoming speaker. He had those clients before running for the speakership. That's number one. So then the question remains, why is it that people never voted against Fonatikofa and saying we can't elect you to the position because X was the reason? And if you say you're going to accuse yourself from the process, then there must be proper documentation to that effect. And I don't know, Fonatikofa being a very, very smart guy, graduated from Katira, very smart. I'm telling you, that one is no joke. Assignment, I don't want to believe that you are going to something all written, some kind of document to show to the entire house to say, look, these are the agreement that moving forward I have nothing to do with it. I'm going to remove myself, recuse myself from the whole process. I have nothing to do with the law firm, blah, blah, blah. I would think that people who representing us in the house would demand or will advocate for such a document before they can even cast their vote. That's number one. Number two, let agree that he was presiding or he had a clientele of all those public corporations, autonomous agencies that we talk about. So how about those people now? When you take over or institution, take for example, if I took over as the head for LBS, or if I took over as the head for Freeman, I want to know who or because the document are there. You can call the account department. You want to see who all we got contract with, who all we doing business with. Because what do I mean by that? Take for example, like legal representation. You want to know that. You want to know who's supplying with SYZT, LPRC. You want to know those facts. So those people that got there, or people that sit on the board, they saw Fanatic Kofa. How can none of them raise red flag to say no, as long as I am sitting on the board or as long as I am the managing director? For example, for APRC, there is no way that the speaker can be the legal counsel for APRC. And this is a conversation that can be discussed. So in the midst of all of that, 10 months, 10 good months, what is prompting now that I want to remove the speaker? People are saying that some people say the process has been obstructed. People try to make way, or they wanted to discuss it. I don't know what stopped them from discussing it. And so where do we go from here if people who we trust with our future, that's supposed to be looking out for us, cannot even do that? Where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? This is the problem that I'm having with the whole process. This is what frustrates me, because you can tell me that if SUBOR Freeman is in the House of Representatives and I see something that is done right, number one, they knew the end that we're in. I will try to build consensus. I will try to build consensus. I will try to make noise. Hey, something is going on here that is not right. Call the attention of the Liberian people. But we never heard this thing being discussed. Now we're hearing, which of course I can't confirm or deny, but according to Front Page Africa, what we're hearing now, that the 750,000 of disbursed to carry out the mission to remove the speaker. This money, according to Front Page Africa, this money came from Transport Ministry and Water and Sewer. And that the Deputy Speaker, Thomas Fowler, the Vice President Thomas Fowler, those are the people that are behind this operation. That's what we're hearing. That is why Front Page Africa is reporting. Where do we go from here? How do we get to the truth? This is now where we counting on members of the full estate to do that due diligence, because the story just it's just all over the map. But in any case, I can tell you for free, this does not make our country look good. It does not. It does not. And so this is a cause for concern. Because now we scratching our head now. What the hell going on here? And so what lesson Can we learn from this process, my people? Because right now you're angry. Right now, people are angry. Right for the soul. People are angry. Like Brent said, they're angry right now. They want to know the answer. Now the LACC, they has confirmed that they are launched an investigation into the allegation of bribery within the House of Representatives. But you see, part of the disappointment of the 54th legislature, now to answer your question, I think just from within the 10 months time, the 54th legislature is a complete mess. They are a complete failure. They haven't done anything thus far to prove to me that they are up to the task. And those commitments and campaign promises that they made, they're not living up to their promises and their commitment. And so if you ask me, I will tell you, say, yes, the 53rd legislature, they were well organized, even though they were corrupt the same way. But I just think the fact that there's something different here because the way these people carry themselves. Complete lack of oversight, responsibility. They're supposed to be there to check what we call check and balance. Hold the executive feet to the fire. They're not even doing that. The whole 54th legislature is characterized by corruptions. From one thing to another, the budget was altered. Senate Speaker haven't done 150 thing right. 150 thing they haven't done. They got all these people sitting on the very committee. Some of these people are calling the former president, we are Bobo, but most of them, they even more than Bobo, they can't talk anything. This the legislation said, you can't even tell them the topic of the day. We got so many things that is unfolding in the country right now. When open they talk about the ATM or terminal, they talk about Meta Steel. They talk about drugs. They talk about corruption. They talk about the rule of law. Here we are. Here we are. And they're acting like they are helpless. They got nothing. But I'm there to remind us that these people are our problem. These people are getting free money. And on top of that, they're doing nothing for us. Nothing. So if you ask me, I will tell you, say, the 54 legislature is a complete failure. So far, based upon the 10-month evaluation, it just been that they're not up to the task. They are not. Can you imagine you got, I don't know who is the chairman oversight committee when it comes to, for example, education, national security, healthcare. As we speak, somebody is dying right now in GFK. Redemption Hospital, no electricity, no bed. Phoebe Hospital, all government hospitals and things. You can't just sit there and put it one thing on President Joseph Boakai. You need people who will step to the plate. You do the right, let President Boakai fire you, then we see. All these people, same old, same old. Same old, same old. And so, where do we go from here? Is the question that I will ask. Where do we go from here? What can we do differently? Because again, the environment, can you imagine the term of pollution? I mean, just think. Just think. Just think about that. All the things, look at our kids are dying from drugs. Every minute, every hour as we speak, every second, somebody losing their lives. Our future leaders are dying from drugs overdose. And people sit there and doing nothing. People sit there and doing nothing. You cannot put this on President Joseph Boakai alone. I must say, give me a job right now. I can't be all over. I can't be to the Justice Ministry. I can't be to Health Ministry. I can't be to Education Ministry. I can't be to LRA. I can't be to Finance Ministry. I can't be to Commerce. People need to do the right thing. And that is why I started off the show with, when we ask for change or when we vote for change, at least we expect to see some difference. But that is not the case. That is not the case. Absolutely not. And to make matters worse, prior to the elections, we had over probably 30 political parties vying for the presidency. Since the election, only 2 parties again we see. To my utmost surprise, CDC is the only party right now that checking Unity Party. Are you serious? CDC will just have power for 6 years. In the Liberian told them, say, you guys was corrupt. You guys didn't have respect for the rule of law. You guys did not need to improve our healthcare, our education sector, our roads. Our children are dying from drugs. CDC, the Liberian fire CDC. To my greatest surprise, CDC now is the leading force again for the Liberian people. Where are the rest of the political party, including my own party, ANC? Everybody mute. Everybody mute. Where are they? People who even call themselves independent candidate who said that, hey, I don't want to be part of no political party because I don't want to be restricted. I want to be on a restriction. I won't be able to say the truth to the Liberian people. I'm keen to this. I'm running as independent because I won't be able to expose or do the right thing for the Liberian people, because if I feed or attach myself to a party, I'll have to work within the framework of the political party. Where are those independent people? Where are they? So you got all the political parties that were running all around, claiming and advocating. Today, we don't see none of that. The Liberian people again are left in the balance. This is where sometimes I really get conflicted about, it's easy to just blame the Liberian people, but at the same time, I can understand, because you know why? For the past 2 decades, or 3, I would say, let's say 2, you have 2 political parties. Any Justice Sally, the Liberian people fire United Party, they said they couldn't elect. Part of the reason that Joseph Boakai couldn't win the election because the Liberian people say he was from United Party. They didn't get any good result from United Party. They gave it to CDC. And at the time, United Party was the only top opposition political party that was holding CDC accountable. Now CDC got it, they fired CDC, they gave it back to United Party. We're not giving the people no alternative. So I don't understand where are the rest of the political party. The only time you know the Liberian people when election is getting close, where are all the civil society, the Liberian Council of Churches, the Liberian Bar Associations, the Press Union of Liberia, the Liberian Marketing Association? The list go on and on and on and on and on and on. Where are they? Where are those people? And you see, this is where sometimes you sit down, you say, hey, the Liberian people should have known better. But I can understand at the same time. I read it too, I can relate. And so when you put all this stuff together, you feel like, and I'm telling you, I can relate. I understand the frustration, I understand the disappointment right now from Liberians, because once again, they find themselves in a very, very precarious situation again. Here we go again, my people. Here we go again. People are losing hope. When you talk to Liberians, like I do, I talk to Liberians. I call Liberia every day. I talk to Liberian. You talk to young people, they feel hopeless. They feel hopeless, like nothing going to change. The other day, President Joseph Barker said, he said one of the frustrating things when you hear young people saying, "I'm getting on a ship. I'd rather die on a ship leaving than to stay in Liberia." It's because, again, there is no hope. Hey, my people, why can't we do the right thing, Liberians? Why are we so selfish? Why are we going, why are we going to enslave our brothers and sisters? You go to bed, you and your children eat and sleep on electricity and buck of the people. Somebody to now in Nima County, in Bangla. Now one or two, maybe 20 people are going to bed tonight, not knowing what tomorrow will look like. Some of them try their best. They plant their crops. The roads are bad. They can't even transport their goods for sale. No money. And people are empowered that can do something to change the situation of our people. But they chose not to. They chose not to do that. Look at how many kids selling in Monrovia, weaving through the cars, traffic, selling plenty cheap armor, you name it. And these same people who are criticizing Upon, when you see children in the street, these same people are driving through the street of Monrovia and seeing those children. And nothing changes. Nothing. This is disappointing. This is frustrating. I believe there are a lot of good people in Liberia. But we all have to step up, find ways and means to get involved. Because these people who we are counting upon as our leader, they do nothing for us. Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. This is sad. This is really sad. This is absolutely sad. We have to find ways and means to make sure that our people deserve better. So again, I gave my answer. So I mean, we put in the chat over there. We appreciate if you can give us your own feedback. Do you believe that the 54 legislature is better than the 53? I say the 54 is worse. Based upon the performance in 10 months' time, what they are doing. Disgrace, disgrace, disgrace. Budget, it took the Omano how many months? Up to now, the budget thing isn't clear. The budget was, they said the budget was author. People with oversight responsibility, they're not doing that. since the president suspending the DA, the deputy DA director, respectively, up to down. They told us there was an investigation. We can't hear anything about that. And all these people just sit there and fold their hand and they act like Joseph Boakai is the one to be blamed. But I'm here to remind us that's not true. That's not true. That is not true. That host, that legislature, they always act like they has nothing to do. They always act like they're innocent. But I'm here to remind us that is not true. Those people have the greater responsibility in our democracy to make sure that they do the right thing. And so I don't want the Liberian people to take their eyes off of those people. And you just look at Joseph Boakai and say, Joseph Boakai. That's not truth. That's not truth. In fact, I believe they are causing more problems in fact for Joseph Boakai. They did the same thing to Opon. They acted like Opon had all the power. The only thing they put good for is to eat money. That's all they know how to do, eat money and lie and take bribes. Or the only time you hear them talk when they need a pay. Can you imagine get these people who have not taken pay for months, but they didn't take pay for 1 month. Then they call the finance minister to appear before them. These are people that only care about themselves. And that's what I'm going to remind you. These people, we can let them off the hook. We cannot allow ourselves to sit by and just say, oh, Joseph Boakai. These are the people that are making things hard for Joseph Boakai because they're supposed to be able to help Joseph Boakai. Check and balance. Check and balance. Check and balance. But they said in Alec, the only thing they know, they will go to work to collect their high quality, their pardon or their salary. I don't even understand when they say the horse is in section. Can somebody tell me when the last time you felt the impact when they say the horse is in section? I don't know the difference when they're on reset and when they're in section. I really don't know the difference. Look at our people when it comes to the labor law in Liberia. Look at how foreigners treat our people. They treat our people like dogs. They treat our people like slaves. Where's the minimum wage? Anybody can just get in there. People work for hours upon hours upon hours. And all the people sitting there, they got no fish to fry in our oil. People be abused. And they see it, they know it, but you know why? All they care about it themselves because they're in the pocket of those people. And they will sit down and act like it fall on the executive branch of government, which have to be the president because he's the head of the executive branch of government. And also to those people that are in power, why you can't do the right thing? Why? You complain, you criticize, and when they gave you the opportunity, you can't even make the difference. But people, we have to find ways to get the right people in office. If Liberia be better, we have to find ways. And so we want to read. We start doing it, but we have to get back to doing it on a regular basis. We want to see what is unfolding in the headlines. Yeah, we have to see what is unfolding in the headlines. And so we're going to read Front Page Africa, then we'll read Daily Observer, and then we will compare notes. So you can hear it just as we're hearing it too, because it's just so much going on right now. you can now, because part of our job here is to give you the information. That's all we have to do. Pass the information over to you, and then you can now, common sense can prevail. Common sense. You can now sit down and think for yourself what the media is saying, and we just discuss it. So the headline said, Liberia, lawmakers entangled in bribery allegation facing investigation, scrutiny from LACC and charter of sessions. The Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission, LACC, has confirmed the launch of an investigation into the allegation of bribery within the House of Representatives, following the leak of an audio suggesting lawmakers were bribed to sign a resolution calling for the removal of Speaker J. Kufa. Last week, the House of Representatives was thrown into turmoil when a group of lawmakers signed a resolution to outside the Speaker Kufa, who was abroad on an international trip with President Joseph Numa. The situation escalated when Representative Luther Collins, District Number 2, Bapolo County, revealed that lawmakers had been bribed to support the resolution. Representative Collins admitted that he and other lawmakers had accepted US $25,000 each to back the move, with $15,000 paid upfront. In a video, Collins displayed a large sum of cash, claiming his intention was to expose the bribery scheme rather than participated in a removal or removing the speaker. So this is why now a lot of people saying they do not believe the story. Some people say it's a make-up story, but all in all, you can call it whatever you want. How do we get to this point? You think if the national legislature was doing our work? And so that we don't know. People try to politicize the whole thing. Some people are saying this move was orchestrated by CDC because they want to keep J. Kufa in power. See this. Liberia Environmental Protection Agency take first step to control air pollution, mandating sensors for companies. Liberia Environmental Protection Agency has taken a first step to curb the air pollution that is killing and sickening Liberians. This is truth. This is truth. Air pollution. You go to Liberia, generator. Just imagine the thing that go in the air over there is not even correct. People just get to do anything in the country. And you got your lawmaker there. You got lawmakers. All these things supposed to be part of the agenda. What can we do to make the country better? The air pollution that is killing and sickling Liberians. The agency has instituted a mandate that companies operating in the country must install sensors to monitor the quality of the air around their facility. Manasiri, thank you. Thank you for watching. Now, all these are all problems going on right now in Liberia. You got your national legislature sitting over there and doing nothing. All the people know how to do is eat money. Eat money. Eat money. One piece of legislation they can't even write. And they look at the one. Liberia, CDC condemned Unity Party reported attempt to look at it. Look at this one. Where's the rest of the political party that were in Liberia? Where are they? The Liberian Project fired CDC. Now CDC now is the mouthpiece for the Liberian people. So come 2029, when the Liberian people vote for CDC, then we'll be here talking about the Liberian people. Oh, the people they mean business. The people they less suffering. Where is the alternative? Because the people remember this type of thing. The people remember this. I remember it too. During the hard time, who all came to my aid, who all talk for me. These type of things resonate with voters. Listen to this. The Congress for Democratic Change, CDC, has strongly criticized the ruling Unity Party recent effort to manipulate members of the House of Representatives in a bid to occupy the House Speaker, Geoffrey Nantukofa. The CDC claimed that the ongoing effort of some members of the lower house to remove Speaker Kofa marked the third attempt by the UP to remove Speaker Kofa since losing the speakership in January 2004. In a statement issued in Monrovia on Sunday, the CDC accused the UP allegedly using public resources to bribe lawmakers in what it termed as a legislature coup against the speaker. The party underscored that this misconduct is occurring during a severe. Listen to this. I will take my time and I will read it again. That CDC talking now. This is an official statement from CDC. The CDC party underscored that this misconduct is occurring during a severe economic crisis in Liberia, where many citizens are struggling to afford essential needs, including school enrollment for their children. That CDC talking. At a time, the party government is already struggling to pay civil servants and provide essential service. The reported disbursement of over 1.2 million to instigate this coup is a blatant for public outrage against corruption. Can you imagine? The Liberia just fired CDC for the very thing CDC people are talking right now. And you don't hear nothing from the rest of the political party, other than just silent and mute. And tomorrow, when CDC win election in Liberia, and then we will sit there and criticize Liberian people. When you have almost 20-some political party that were vying for the presidency, where are they? You only know the Liberian people when you come in, when 2 or 3 months to election, then you expect the Liberian people to reward you. Frustrating. But we're not giving on Liberia. We're not. There are some bright lights. The National Public Health Institute of Liberia, under the leadership of its Director General, Dr. Duba Chris Young, had the honor of hosting His Excellency Mark Christopher Tuna, the United States Ambassador to Liberia, on Wednesday, October 16. The visit emphasized the deepening collaboration between Liberia and the United States, enhancing public health capability, especially during critical times like the ongoing So I'm glad all the people there doing their best. We tell God thank you that the ambassador and the director for the National Health Institute met and trying to advocate and find ways to improve the health sector of Liberia. You know, like I said, there are some bright spots. So we appreciate that. At least thank God that ambassador, you know, that's what we want to see. Yeah. You don't have to wait for Joseph Barker to you can't Joseph Barker can be all over. He can't be to the finance ministry, he can't be to the comment ministry, he can't be to health ministry, he can't be to you name it. People have to seize the opportunity to do the best for our country. But all they care, some of them only care about themselves. Some of them only care about themselves. Hey, yo. There is evidence an illegal toll system for plane transported within and out of Louisville County. Look at people taking plane, all the forests in Louisville County, they cutting it. Cutting it. No rip. Just imagine we're talking about a critical time on the bottom of the planet. The bottom of the planet. People talking about global warming, they're talking about what we have to our in Liberian March, the type of heat, the heat, and the people just cut it down the street, no replanting. I mean, the whole country said it's just something I don't understand. And people live there. People feeling the impact of some of their decisions. But yet it's still people in you care. Reforestation. You cut the tree, find a way to plant some. All the plants and things are living in counties. What the county benefiting from? Look at all the roads. Roads are bad. And people just go in and take our resources and just leave. But your national legislature sit down there when they get in 500 or 5,000, they shut their mouth. I just have to remind us that we can complain all we want. Let's complain all we want. Complain all you want. I told you Joseph Barker. I told you the city about open. I told you about Joseph Barker gave me all over the place. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is the headline from the newspaper. Folks, once again, I want to say thanks to each and every one of you for tuning into the Maima Goyah studio. This is your host, SUBOR Freeman, coming live from the studio. Also, I want to take this time to remind each and every one of you, Monday to Thursday, we meet on the prayer line. I am taking the time to invite you to join me this Monday. The prayer line starts at 6 o'clock, from 6 to 7 o'clock, just 1 hour. You got nothing to lose. Come, listen to Pastor Reginald Wanochie. If you don't like it, that's fine. But whatever you find yourself, we ask that you take 1 hour or 30 minutes of your time to seek the face of God for guidance, especially for those of us from Liberia. Our country in a complete turmoil right now. And so I think this is the time that we should be ready, seeking the face of God for answer, for direction. So I'm inviting you, tune in Monday to Thursday. Monday we meet at 6 o'clock to 7 o'clock. Tuesday, Monday to night is Thanksgiving. Come and listen to people Thanksgiving. People giving testimony on every morning, testimony. Tuesday, Bible study. Wednesday is all prayers. People come with a prayer request and we pray together. Thursday, Bible study. And so you say, SUBOR Freeman, where's that number? The number is 763-220-3265. That number, once again, is 763-220-3265. Come experience what God is doing. Once again, I want to say thank you. I also want to remind y'all that week after next, by God's grace, we will be launching the Maima Goyah Citizen Initiative. We work on the flyers, and so we will be coming to you people for help. I don't want to be one of those people who just do talk show. We have to put our foot on the ground to make sure that we're helping. We make sure that we're touching our people's lives in Liberia, because each and every one of us have to play our part if Liberia is going to get better. It is good to criticize. It is good to point out all the wrong things, but also we have to get involved. And so hopefully we can get the flyers, and then as we get the date set, because we should have done it ever since, but because of the rain. But now I believe that dry season is kicking in, and so we will be launching that next week. And so we're working on all of the details. We already got wheelbarrows, we got our shovels, we got our machete, we got our rakes, we got our brooms, all those things, and then we already got the food ready to go. And so we hope the weather is getting better, and so we'll keep you posted with more details. And I hope we can get flyer to start putting a flyer on our page so you can see. Once again, I want to say thanks to each and every one of you for your support. Please don't forget to share the video. We appreciate each and every one of you for tuning in. You have a pleasant evening. Have a wonderful evening. Stay blessed. Be safe. Good night, everybody.